Oh, hi, finally nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so my skin story started at the age of 10. I was involved in a plane crash, so in a split second, life as I knew it changed. So I lost my family, and I woke up to realise that I don't look like Tulsi before the accident. 6 weeks after my accident, I got to see myself in the mirror, and when I held that mirror in front of me, I thought it was a joke because I thought somebody drew that face on. But when I realised that the person in the mirror was moving their eyes and mouth, I soon realised that was me. But like naively or even optimistically, I thought like in a year's time there's going to be this magic cloth, the scars are going to disappear and that's that. But you know, I'm thankful that they haven't. You know, I do love my scars. But yeah, it has been a real journey, learning to adapt with having a different skin, learning to adapt with, you know, dry skin, forever changing skin, tight contractures. So obviously trial and error with different skincare products has been my kind of lifelong journey. And everybody wants to look young, right? So I'm all about the anti-aging. But you know, I think things haven't changed until I met your brand, literally, CellDerma UK, because it's been really life-changing, to be honest. Obviously I saw your brand and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And I messaged you and asked you if it was suitable for burn skin, and you said absolutely, particularly the GF5. And then you encouraged me to, you know, get a consultation, and I did. And it's one of those things that I couldn't wait to try it. But you know, as with all skincare products, it takes a few weeks or even a month to sort of see some difference. But the fact I started to see a difference within 2 days was unreal, because I hadn't told anyone that I was starting a new skincare range. And my sister sort of post 2 days, wow, you look really amazing, you're glowing. What have you done differently? And you think maybe, okay, one off chance, you know, could have been more hydrated or whatever. But literally we went out a week after and we went to just a regular cafe, and the lady was like, wow, you're actually glowing, your skin looks amazing. Have you had like Botox? Have you had injections? You know, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
And I can only put it down to the skincare.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, you were only on 2 of the products that you sent me. I think Retin-A and Pigment Corrector.
That's correct, yeah. And then 2 weeks after that, I started the GF5. So within about a month, like, people actually thought I had a facelift.
Wow.
And obviously when I see myself in the mirror, because I'm very critical, I notice the most minute differences. And I could start seeing the pigments were changing quite a lot, especially around under my eyes. I love the eye uplifting, you know, serum, that's incredible as well. Especially for burn scar skin, you know, because it's not like regular skin. So it needs a different kind of attention. But the fact that I can use it, like my sister who doesn't have burn scars can use it. And I think that is what's so good about this.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a special skin type to use it. You know, anyone and everyone can use this. And I think that's what's great.
You've touched on burns though, and you mentioned contractures. And just for those people who don't, you know, understand what that term means, can you just very briefly talk about that?
Yeah, so like it's where the skin is quite tight because obviously there's scar tissue. So sometimes I don't have a lot of movement in certain parts of my body, like especially around my thighs, my hands, you know, my arms. So the skin gets really, really tight, restricts a lot of movements. So, you know, over time it might need surgery. I'm really fortunate I've had laser treatment, CO2 laser on my face, and that's helped a lot with functionality, because it's not always about the aesthetic, it's about functionality as well. And I think having had that, and then obviously using like the GF5, for example, after laser, has been really beneficial because it's kept the skin really smooth. Because sometimes after laser, once I go back to my regular skincare routine, the skin, not that it feels tight, but it feels like I need to put more products on there to keep it supple. Whereas here, just with the GF5, the skin stayed really supple. Since using the Pigment Correct, my foundation is just one colour. It's been one colour for some time, but I have to keep building on it, mix it with maybe another kind of skin tone colour to get the right one. Now it's just one. And more than that, it's just one pump, does the whole face.
If you're walking in the street and you do get one of these, you know, nasty comments or something, how do you deal with it there in the moment, and also then try and handle that and process it after?
Well, there's no processing after anymore. That's one thing.
Wow.
Because end of the day, like I said, it's not about me, it's about
So you
them.
can literally like...
Yeah, I literally wear mirrors. When I walk out the house, I'm surrounded by mirrors. Anything coming to me is a reflection of them, nothing to do with me.
Wow.
That's one thing. But two, when they do stare, I always say, please take a picture, get the good side, and do tag me on Instagram. And that's it.
Brilliant.
They look down and walk on, because where else can they say?
Well, you're truly inspirational. It's been a pleasure meeting you in person, and I'll see you in London soon. Yeah.